A mass shooting has now shocked New York City's Coney Island. 8 people, including 4 children, have been shot near the intersection of West 30th Street and Surf Avenue in Brooklyn. The victims are ranging in age from 6 to 37. They suffered gunshot wounds to various parts of their bodies. Atul still with me on the broadcast. Atul, 8 people have now been shot in New York City's Coney Island, out of which 4 are children. What's the latest that you're picking up?
Well, this mass shooting has happened at about 10 to 10:30 p.m. on 4th of July on Saturday, right after the fireworks related to the Independence Day celebration that was going on at the in the Brooklyn. Immediately after the fireworks, we saw a mass shooting that was executed by an offender. Now, what we're learning is that at least 8 people have been severely injured in this whole incident. Of these, at least 4 of them, what we're learning, are supposed to be children, minors in fact. And however, post the incident, we saw the emergency services quickly rushing in and taking all the injured to the nearest hospitals. But what we're learning is that at least 1 firearm has been recovered from one of the book bag at the incident, and that has been taken into custody by the New York Police Department, as well as different forensic departments have also reached the spot immediately and have marked the the certain evidences that were at present at the spot. But as of now, none of the the accused have been arrested or anybody has been detained in the matter. However, New York Police Department has also issued advisory, in fact a request to the neighborhood, asking people who have any sort of information or any possible video footage of the incident to come forward and help in the investigation. But clearly, a fatal incident that has occurred at the Brooklyn in New York, right on the occasion of celebration of US's Independence Day.
Absolutely, stay on with us. We're tracking some further updates with regards to information of the victims that has now come out. New York Police Department has stated that a 37-year-old man was shot in the shoulder, a 33-year-old man was shot in the chest, 25-year-old woman was shot in the leg, and a 21-year-old woman suffered a gunshot wound to the chest as well. Meanwhile, as far as this particular shootout is concerned, a 14-year-old boy was shot in the thigh, a 12-year-old boy shot in the leg, 7-year-old boy was shot in both legs, and a 6-year-old boy was shot in the stomach. All victims were taken to nearby hospitals, where 7 were reported to be in a stable condition, while 1 was initially listed in a critical condition. No arrests have been made so far, and the probe into the shooting is underway. Atul still with us on the broadcast. Of course, as you had pointed out, Americans have been celebrating a 250th anniversary of their independence, and in the midst of all of that, this fresh tragedy has taken place in Coney Island. We have further details that the police has now revealed as far as the areas of injuries of the 8 victims are concerned, but they've also been taken to the hospital. What's the latest as far as their condition is concerned?
Well, people across ages were part of the the celebration that was occurring at the Brooklyn due to the Independence Day. But what we're learning is that even the victims of the mass shooting vary from different age groups. In fact, what we're learning is that the victims and their age range from about 6 years to 37 years old, according to the New York Police Department. And out of the 8 victims, what we're learning is that at least 1 victim, the 21-year-old woman, that her condition is said to be very, very critical as of now. However, if you see, there are obviously several of the children as well, out of which 4 boys were injured in the incident, but they are said to be in stable condition. Several of them who were shot in, say, stomach, legs, thighs, chest as well, they are said to be relatively better as of now. They are recovering in the hospital. But as I said, at least 1 patient, the 121-year-old woman, continues to be in critical condition, and there were some other women as well and children as well who were shot in the incident, but all of them obviously are recovering right now. But as I said, at least 1 firearm has been recovered from the incident, and investigators have continued to investigate the matter. And but so far we haven't seen any detention when it comes to the offense in the case.